with the fear of driving on the country roads at night. Of course, it's only a piece of fiction, just like the rest of Trevor's monsters. But sometimes, it might just be safe to not take the country roads back home. Crafted in November 2019, this image is disturbing for two reasons. One is the grotesque pale face protruding through the darkness. And two is what seems to be an elongated arm or leg jutting out from its side. What makes this creature even more disturbing is that we don't know what the rest of its body looks like, as it's hidden behind the shadows. I did add a similar looking creature to my top 20 list I compiled last year. Although they do look quite similar, it's unknown if they're actually related. I'm sure the majority of you know this one. The lore behind it, you'd understand why it makes this list. Cartoon Cat is rumored to be one of Henderson's most violent creatures. With its stretched
suffocates it, you fucking moron.
out arms, bloody mouth, and gruesome ability to remove its head. It's currently unknown as to what this incredibly cruel cartoon figure does with its victims. But if I had to take a guess, I'd say it captures people, brings them back to its abandoned lair, and consumes them. You might be asking why I've included a sign in this video. Well, like most monsters on this list, the fear of the unknown is the scariest of them all. There's nothing more to this photograph than the eerie warning sign that this creature may or may not be present. You technically could go back through all of Henderson's work and try to find something that looks similar to the silhouette found here, but I personally feel this image is disturbing enough on its own.
How come nobody's ever tried to be a superhero? Dude, if anybody did it in real life, they get their ass kicked. Who are you? I'm Kick-Ass.
He's inspired a wave of real-life superheroes. Let's see what you can do.
Upon first glance, I wasn't going to include this creature on the list. However, after reading the description, I knew it had a place as one of Henderson's creepiest cryptids. Stated to be a singular entity with multiple voices coming from its mouth and chest, this one reminded me of a monster that scared me as a child, that being the Darkness from the 1999 horror film House on Haunted Hill. It seems there's only this one instance of this creature in Henderson's library, but if my fear could take a guess, it would say this entity absorbs its victims and makes them a part of it. The year 2020 has been a strange one, including this next creature who came out of it. What started out as a guideline sign for wearing a face covering eventually turned into this. What ranks this creation so high on this list is the creativity behind it. Although it's still horrifying to look at, the idea pays off in being one of Henderson's most clever pieces of work yet.
No, it's not implied.
Often seen in photographs moments before or after a tragedy, the man with the upside-down face is definitely Trevor's most sadistic creation yet. He's been a recurring cryptid since 2020, invisibly stalking locations during disaster and feeding off the negative emotions after the fact. Inspired by Ray Bradbury's 1947 short story, The Crowd, this state this man doesn't directly cause the disasters, he's still said to be a bad time overall. I'm sure all of you know this one already. The infamous Siren Head ranks at number 2 on this list, and not just because of its popularity, but because of what it is. In several videos, I've explained the official Siren Head lore to the best of my ability. Between its 40-foot stature, ability to lure prey via recorded sounds, and eldritch-like appearance, depending on who is gazing at it, there's no reason why Siren Head shouldn't be on this list. But there's one more type of entity that I personally believe is much, much scarier. But before I get to the top spot, I would first like to showcase a few honorable mentions. But with those out of the way, here's the #1 scariest monster created by Trevor Henderson.
King jump scare.
These colossal atrocities speak for themselves, each one unsettling and disconcerting from the previous. The reason I've included all of them is because of their towering formidableness. You see, many of these titans form a concerning narrative that either begins with a weather warning or sirens. I'll save the details for their own video, but if I had to describe these creations in one word, it would be flawless. Each one of these Lovecraftian-like horrors outranks all the other cryptids within the Trevor Henderson mythos universe. From the beast with many eyes to the towering behemoth with a twisted neck, they are perfect examples of unnerving beasts you would never want to meet with in real life. But what are your thoughts on this list? If you think I forgot a cryptid, please let me know in the comments below. Additionally, don't forget to like this video.
Best videos ever saw in my entire life. You know what? I'm not joking. Much deck. Why the fuck is that in my fucking search results? Who does like much dank? Much dank. Yeah, that long shit. Yeah, that long shit.
My life is awesome.
That face is terrifying. I'm just kidding. It looks weird.
Red Body. The new snapshot has been released and
I didn't freaking pause it, you fool! I didn't pause it! It freaking thought I freaking paused it! Oh my god!
With a very poor web design service. Larry, where's my eyebrow for me? Right away. It's alright. I got reviewed. 1 star. Too small and round. 1 star. Has the dress sense of a fever dream and is easily confused.
Hey, I died this time myself. Where is it tied this time?
The sun's too hot. 1 star? Would not recommend to a nearby solar system.
Rate me 1 star. I am 1 star.
Oh, bro, what happened?
I got a terrible review online.
1 star?
No, it was 3 stars, but the student made so many spelling errors the school board sacked me anyway. Want to buy a pirate DVD?
Absolutely not. This is bad, Gumball. Other people are using our website to review everything. Man, what could go wrong?
Squidward on. Oh my god, it's Squidward on you. It kept yoing. The fuck does that mean?
Can't risk it.
Our
Balance times this, medical ethics that.
So I'm supposed to just lie here?
Patient very pushy. 1 star.
Pouring accidents. 1 star. Dude!
Come on, do something about these termites. They're eating my house. Sorry, I can't afford.
Termites are eating my house. I would eat the fucking termites.
Well, at least we can sleep in the car. Well, at least I still got my living wife. Oh, come on!
Didn't I freaking press this first, for God's sake? Why the hell did I actually press this? My God, my freaking brain is stupid. Why the fuck would you lick a damn knife, you piece of shit? Oh my... Really? They're playing Panda. Why would you play bondage with a damn knife? Are you gonna rip somebody's damn uterus open, nigga? I mean, ignorant. I'm sorry. I watch too much Boondocks.
Nothing bad can happen, right?
Now that word is ingrained in my head. If any of you are African American, I will punch myself in the face for you people. I love y'all. Black Lives Matter, and I am an idiot for saying that. May God forgive me. I pray to the Lord I'm in. Welcome. I'm sorry. It's working. Hey, 3548. Hey, you got away with it. That's what. No, back away too, because we're inappropriate. I'm not going to do that. I promise. I'm not. Well, I just showed it. Screw me.
What now? You're the only one with a high enough rating. You gotta give the website 0 stars.
Sure, right away. Wait.
Making it more realistic. If it are Minecraft, my stomach hurts now.
Someone has to admit he's bald.
Of course, I understand. Darwin just got me ball.
What? I'm not bald. I have a healthy head of scales.
Oh, come on!
Booster. Praise the Almighty Master of. Said nobody ever. Am I right?
Realistic elevators in Minecraft, myself included. I personally think they're awesome, but every single realistic elevator that I've created in the past has always been a tiny bit ugly on the inside, just because you have to use movable objects and they don't tend to be particularly very pretty. But I think today I've come up with a way in which I can build a realistic elevator without it having the immovable objects involved. I'll try my best to construct it in today's redstone video. Fingers crossed this goes well. Okay, so first things first, we're going to need some...
How much is packed ice?
What the? The website's down.
Yeah, you did it. You gave it 0 stars.
If he's blocked in Minecraft, let's do that.
Your head! How else could that happen if you were bald?
Alright, I'll admit it. I'm cool.
The myths and monsters of Monte Macabre coming alive every weeknight in October.
The beast in me has awakened. Yeah.
The strongest block in Minecraft is water.
Brand new episodes of Real Legends.
The heaviest block in Minecraft is packed ice, I think. Oh, little items in a Minecraft chest. Oh, crap. Holy crap.
Form of flying machine, which that is going to do it for that section. And then I guess this will do it for that section. Okay, so this is a good start. And then we do this, and then I was thinking that we do something along these lines. Yeah, so that is one corner. Now if I do the maths here, that is... I mean, how many blocks is that pushing? So that's pushing 8, 10, 12. Okay, we've gone very lucky there. We can actually save one of the slime blocks by potentially putting Slim's things down. Okay, so this is the first little part of our chamber. Then we just need to do the back wall, which is also going to be controlled by a flying machine. This is all of the flying machines in place to create our moving little chamber in here. This should all move as one. Should. It should all move as one. I mean, you never know with redstone. This is just a kind of wild concept I'm really hoping works, because otherwise I'll be so upset. but there's no reason why it shouldn't. So the idea is that these three flying machines will all be activated at the same time, and these two flying machines will be activated maybe slightly earlier, so that these blocks just move up one tick before these blocks move up. I haven't even checked the block pushing. I don't even know how many blocks all of these are pushing. I haven't even checked the block limits. I'm just going to start wiring it up. I'm going to hope for the best. Backups have been made. So hopefully we can test this thing out without it destroying itself too badly. So if we just remove all of these, all of the obsidian has now been taken out of the equation, and what we're hoping for here is everything moving properly. Here goes. Right. Okay, it's not perfect. We can safely say definitely not perfect in its current state, but it's promising. Weirdly, I actually think the delay being too short was the problem there, because it didn't allow the flying machines to take off. No, it seems unlikely. This is weird. This is weird. This is weird. I don't know. Let's just give it a go. 3 ticks, maybe. I don't really get it. What if I increase the delay even more? Oh, that's actually closer to it. There's lots wrong with it. But there's also there's quite a lot that's right with it. Plenty wrong with it though. A lot. I wouldn't feel very safe being in that elevator. But we're getting somewhere, I think. Right, I've finally sort of got something. I wish that we didn't have that opening and closing action going on though. But unfortunately, I don't know if there's anything that I can do about it, which is really, really disappointing. So, as usual with this sort of thing, I have gone back to the drawing board, and I have reduced the complexity just a tiny bit. Now, we have lost some depth in our little carriage, so it is now only going to be 1 block deep, but there should be significantly less flying machine action going on, and most importantly, there aren't these two flying machines. So these two flying machines here, they're what we're hitting into one another, and now they are unified. So, in theory, well, there's no way that they can fight each other because it's all one thing. Here goes the incredibly important test. Once again, backups have been made. Yes! That's exactly what we wanted to happen! Oh my word, that thing is so compact. Well, that is about 90% circuitry done. I'm lost for words. So all of this can go die in a hole. And now with this much better design actually functioning on the way up, I think it's time to send it back down, and this little system right here should do the trick. And that will make its way back down to the bottom, and then in theory, it should stop nicely on that obsidian. And that is it fully reset. So now if we hit this button, that will send it back up to the top where it will stop. So there is our send and receive system. This is now essentially an elevator, and it is it's simpler than I ever imagined. So I've done a little bit of decorating just to make this thing a tiny bit prettier. You can see that we have got the glass out the front, we've got the quartz pillars, and then because, you know, we're extremely wealthy, we're using white shulker boxes all the way up. Now these are the only immovable objects that we need, because these are the only blocks that are brushing past the slime blocks. That's why we can use the glass on the front, which I personally think looks really, really cool and reminds me of a real elevator. Now, as we move on to the details, I was expecting a little bit of added complexity for the doors, because of course we don't want the doors to be open when the elevator actually isn't there, but I don't know what I've eaten today, but I've come up with another smart solution for this, and that is to have little chests down at the bottom right here, which are just sending its own signal through the block. So as soon as this thing moves off, obviously the doors will close up, because there is no longer a block to pass the redstone signal through. I must have eaten a smart pill this morning. Wait, before I blow my own trumpet too hard, I should probably check that this thing does actually function. And would you look at that, like clockwork! Oh my word! And up at the top here, it looks like it's going to be even easier, because all I have to do is, well, essentially run the redstone directly into the sticky pistons. Ooh. Actually, no. It's not going to be even easier. Because I have really very little space to work with. Thankfully though, my brain has once again kicked into action and it has come up with a solution to the problem. So instead of using a comparator and other bits and pieces like that, on this one we can actually get away with using direct redstone current, which gives us a few more options for redirecting the redstone signal. So here we have redstone dust on a transparent object because we don't want it to be powering these pistons. Then we run the redstone out across onto a block, redstone torch, and that unpowers these pistons and apparently makes it rain. We're just going to completely ignore that while I test this because it broke. Why did it break? These two slabs right here, how can I not have noticed those? Anyway, if we hit the button, that is a little bit more like it. Doors have closed and the rest of my elevator returns back down to the bottom. And doors open. Oh my god, that felt good in my chest. So I guess now all we have to do is the sending and receiving circuitry. So, what are we thinking here? We thinking pressure plates? Yeah, I personally think pressure plates will be the cleanest option. Unfortunately, there aren't really any elegant ways to do the ask and receive circuits, I guess you could say, because, you know, you have to send redstone signals from the bottom of the elevator up to the top of the elevator just in case the elevator is at the top of the elevator while you're down at the bottom. I think I've done them. I think that should do it. It doesn't look anywhere near as clean though, but it's still so simple. I mean, look, there's barely anything going on here, redstone. In my testing, I did discover a slight issue with using pressure, and it's the fact that as you leave the elevator, obviously it sends it back off. So I've swapped them out for buttons, and now it should all be working. So there's a little bit of delay inbuilt, but you can see